With its ability to regenerate key points mid-combat, add multiple damage types to his Flurry of Blows, including Psychic, Necrotic, and Radiant, as well as adding different versions of Flurry of Blows like Push, Stagger, and Topple, and even having the ability to detonate enemies that you've hit. Hey guys, Omaha here, and today I'm going to show you the Way of the Open Hand Monk and everything you'll unlock for levels 1 through 12, including all his attacks and abilities. Channel your Cosmic Enlightenment by deftly dodging and efficiently disassembling your foes through stunning strikes and a whirlwind of martial art attacks. So as a monk, you'll get weapon proficiencies in simple weapons and short swords, which adds your proficiency bonus to attack rolls with those weapon types. Basically makes it easier to hit. You're also going to get the action Flurry of Blows, where you punch twice in quick succession. This is a bonus action and key points. So here's the Flurry of Blows attack. It's going to do 8 to 14 damage to start, and that's going to be bludgeoning damage. And it's 2 separate attack rolls, so if you have on-hit effects, it can apply it twice. So Flurry of Blows actually does 1 to 4 plus your dexterity modifier bludgeoning damage. Once you hit level 3, it'll go up to 1 to 6 plus your dexterity modifier, and then at level 9, it'll go up to 1 to 8 plus your dexterity modifier. Then you'll get the class features key, which are your key points. So here you can see I start out with 2 key points, and they're replenished on a short rest. So if I use my Flurry of Blows, that uses 1 key point, and then I can just short rest, fill back up to full. Unarmored defense, so your reflexes are as effective as any armor. While not wearing armor, you add your wisdom modifier to your armor class. You'll see I have an armor class of 15, 10 from base, plus 3 from dexterity, and then the plus 2 down there from wisdom, unarmored defense. And my wisdom modifier is plus 2 right now because my wisdom is currently 14. Martial arts dexterous attacks, so attacks with monk weapons and unarmed attacks scale with your dexterity instead of your strength if your dexterity is higher. Martial arts death strikes, attacks with monk weapons and unarmed attacks deal 1 to 4 bludgeoning damage unless their normal damage is higher. So that just guarantees you're going to at least do 1 to 4 bludgeoning damage with monk weapons and unarmed attacks. And monk weapons are weapons that you're proficient in, and they don't have two-handed or heavy properties. Your martial arts death strikes will actually scale, so at level 3 it will go up to 1d6 or 1 to 6 bludgeoning damage, and then at level 9 it'll go up to 1 to 8 bludgeoning damage. And then there's martial arts bonus unarmed strike, so after you make an attack with a monk weapon or while you're unarmed, you can make another unarmed attack as a bonus action. So for martial arts bonus unarmed strike, if you make your normal main hand attack, whether you hit or miss, it'll pop up down here saying unarmed strike, which does 4 to 7 bludgeoning damage, and it uses a bonus action. You'll then apply your ability points, and it says here your dexterity is your most important ability. Typically, that's what it is, unless you're going Tavern Brawler Monk, which is very overpowered and highly recommended. In that case, you would want to primarily level up strength. You're also going to apply your skill proficiencies here, and you'll be able to choose 2 from athletics, acrobatics, stealth, history, religion, and insight. So as we move on to level 2, you're going to get your first health increase, your 3rd key point, and the class feature unarmored movement. So your movement speed will increase by 10 feet if you're not wearing armor or using a shield. You'll also get 3 actions. Patient defense, so attack rolls against you have disadvantage where it rolls 2 dice and uses the lower value. And you'll also have advantage on dexterity saving throws, so you're gonna roll 2 dice and use the higher value. And dexterity saving throws are typically on like AoE based spells, so that'll be for only 1 turn. Use a bonus action and a key point. So here's what patient defense looks like. You're just going to use that, and then for 1 turn, you can focus on avoiding attacks. Then there's Step of the Wind Dash, where you double your movement speed. Jump no longer requires a bonus action for 1 turn. So this uses a bonus action and a key point. This is the same thing as Dash, except you can now jump as much as you want, pretty much, as long as your movement speed allows it. And here's Step of the Wind Dash. So again, it's like a normal dash, doubles your movement speed, so now I can run like way over here, but now I can just jump as much as I want, and it only uses 10 feet of movement speed, regardless of how far you can actually jump. So if you have like enhanced jump, I mean, you'll be moving quite a bit. You can pretty much get anywhere you want. And your jump also scales with your strength, so if you're going Tavern Brawler Monk, it's even better. And then thirdly, you'll get Step of the Wind Disengage. So this is the same as Disengage, except jump no longer requires a bonus action. And that'll also use a bonus action and a key point. Once you hit level 3, this is where you're going to choose your subclass. And for the video, I chose Way of the Open Hand. You specialize in unarmed combat, using your hands and your control of ki to heal or inflict grievous hurt. This will grant you 3 different Flurry of Blows actions. It's going to do the same damage as Flurry of Blows. Now that you're level 3, that's a 1 to 6 plus your dexterity modifier. So punch twice in quick succession and possibly knock the target prone for 1 turn. So when they're prone, they can't move or take actions, bonus actions, or reactions, and they have disadvantage on dexterity and strength saving throws. So attacks against a prone creature have advantage if they're made within 10 feet of the creature, and they have to spend half their movement speed to stand up. And again, that's 1 turn. This is a bonus action and uses 1 key point. Here's Flurry of Blows Topple. So now he's prone for 1 turn, which gives you that advantage. Flurry of Blows stagger, same damage, punch twice in quick succession and stagger the target, making it able to take reactions. Again, that's a bonus action and 1 key point. Here's Flurry of Blows stagger. So now open hand technique staggered is applied for 1 turn. Took a powerful blow, can't take reactions. So I can just run out with no opportunity attack. Then there's Flurry of Blows push. Same damage, punch twice in quick succession and possibly push the target 17 feet away. Here's Flurry of Blows push. So this is gonna show where you're gonna push them to when you highlight them. And there you go. Pretty good for pushing people down into like an abyss or something. On top of that, you're going to get your normal health increase, your 4th key point, and the class feature Deflect Missiles. Use your reaction to reduce the damage from a ranged weapon attack by 1 to 10, plus your dexterity modifier, plus your monk level. So at monk level 3, that would be +3, plus my dexterity modifier, plus 1 to 10. If the damage was reduced to 0, you use a key point to deflect the missile. So the skeleton here is about to hit me with an arrow. It pops up asking me if I want to use my reaction to deflect missiles. So this is going to reduce the damage by 1 to 10. There, it reduced it to 0. So now I have the option to use a key point to reflect the missile back at him. So I'll do that. And I missed, but you get the point. That's what it does. Once you hit level 4, your health's gonna go up again. You'll get a 5th key point, and the class feature Slow Fall. So when you fall, you can use your reaction to gain resistance to falling damage, which basically makes you take half damage. So if you go down to passives down here, you'll see Slow Fall right there, and you can toggle that on or off. And when it's on, if you fall and take fall damage, it'll half it. So instead of 1, I took 0. And just to show right here in the combat log, it says 15 feet of falling equals 0 bludgeoning damage, mitigated 1 from slow fall. And then you'll get your first feat. On hitting level 5, your health's going to go up yet again. You'll get a 6th key point and the class feature Extra Attack. So you can make an additional free attack after you make an unarmed or weapon attack. It's basically 2 attacks per turn. You also get 2 actions, Stunning Strike Melee, which possibly stuns the target for 1 turn. And when they're stunned, they can't move or take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. And Stunning Strike Unarmed. So the same thing, but it's an unarmed strike. Your Stunning Strike Unarmed. So now he's going to be stunned for 1 turn. We can't move or take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. And also I have advantage on my attacks against him now. Here's Stunning Strike Melee. This actually takes your melee weapon damage. So for me, that's 1 to 8 plus 3. And there I destroyed him, but it would do the same thing and stunning him. Once you hit level 6, it's actually quite a lot. First, you'll get the health increase, your 7th key point, and improved unarmored movement. So your movement speed increases by 15 feet while you're not wearing armor or using a shield. And the class feature Keen Powered Strikes. So your unarmed attacks count as magical for the purpose of overcoming enemies' resistances and immunity to non-magical damage. So that's going to enable you to do full damage with your unarmed attacks against people that would normally have resistance to like bludgeoning damage. And then you'll get 3 subclass features. Each one improves your unarmed attacks damage and adds a different damage type. So there's Manifestation of Body. Your hands sap the key from your enemies' bodies, adding 3 to 6 necrotic damage to your unarmed attacks. Manifestation of Mind. Your strikes interrupt the key flow of your enemies' minds, adding 3 to 6 psychic damage. And Manifestation of Soul. Infuse your strikes with key from outside your body, adding 3 to 6 radiant damage. So for your manifestation abilities, if you click down here on passives, you'll see all 3 right there. Psychic, necrotic, and radiant. You can only have 1 active at a time. And that damage is actually going to be 1 to 4 plus your wisdom modifier. So for me right now, I have wisdom of 14, which gives me a +2. That's how I'm getting 3 to 6 extra damage. And here I've got radiant toggled on, so I'll just hit him with one of these. And there's the radiant damage on top of the normal bludgeoning. And then finally, you'll get Wholeness of Body. This is a class action that does 18 healing, and that healing's actually 3 times your monk's level. So at level 6, that's why it's 18. Regain your half your key points immediately and enter a temporary state of wholeness where you regain key points and have an extra bonus action. And wholeness is where you're going to get the extra bonus action and you'll recover 1 key point every turn. And then that'll last 3 turns. So here's Wholeness of Body. Right now I have 3 key points and my max is 7. So I'm going to use that. And it's rounded down, so I get 3 more key points. And now I have 2 bonus actions, as you can see right here. And so for the next 3 turns, I'll have an extra bonus action, and I'll get 1 extra key point per turn. At level 7, your health's going to go up again. You'll get your 8th key point, and the class feature Evasion. Your agility lets you dodge out of the way of certain spells. When a spell or effect would deal half damage on a successful dexterity saving throw, it deals no damage if you succeed, and only half damage if you fail. So typically, dexterity saving throws are used on AoE-based spells. So if you succeed the saving throw, you're just going to take 0 damage instead of half like you normally would. And then if you fail, it's like you pass the saving throw without this ability. And then you'll get Stillness of Mind. If you are charmed or frightened, you automatically cast Stillness of Mind to remove the condition. At level 8, you'll see your health go up again. You'll get your 9th key point, and you'll be able to choose your 2nd feat. Once you hit level 9, your health will go up again, and you'll get your 10th key point, along with the class feature Advanced Unarmored Movement. So difficult terrain no longer slows you down, and you can jump an additional 20 feet while you're not wearing armor or using a shield. Difficult terrain's typically like ice, grease, thorns, mud, stuff like that, and that would half your movement speed typically, so this just removes that effect. So you can just run through it like you would run on any other terrain. So now you can see my jump here goes 38 feet, and it still only costs 10 feet of movement speed to use. So if I had higher strength, I only have strength of 12 right now just for this video, but that would be increased even further. So yeah, it lets you get around the battlefield pretty quickly. Also, your unarmed attacks are going to go up to 1 to 8 plus your dexterity modifier damage instead of 1 to 6, since you're at level 9 now. That is the final increase to that. And then you get 3 actions: Key Resonation Punch, Key Resonation Punch bonus action, which is the same thing but a bonus action, and then Key Resonation Blast. So Key Resonation Punch does your unarmed attack damage, so 1 to 8 plus your dexterity modifier, for me plus 3. Hit a creature with your bare fists, making the key in its body resonate with yours. You can then make the key explode with Key Resonation Blast. This lasts for 10 turns. So that's how long you have to use Key Resonation Blast. It's 10 turns. So resonating key, the key within the affected entity is resonating with a monk, so the monk can use Key Resonation Blast to make it explode. And then this one's the same, except a bonus action. And then there's Key Resonation Blast, which does 3 to 18 force damage. Detonate the key of a creature resonating with you, hitting the creature and anyone within 17 feet of it. The resulting explosion causes any nearby creatures resonating with you to also detonate. On a save, the targets will still take half damage, and this uses a key point. So here I'll use the normal Key Resonation Punch. It's an action. Since I have 2 actions, I can use that again. So now he's hit with it, and then I can use my bonus action version. So now 3 of them have it, and if you had an extra bonus action from Wholeness of Body, you'd be able to do it to a 4th guy. And I mean, you can get a lot of bonus actions through different means. So yeah, you can hit as many guys as you want in your turn. Then you use Key Resonation Blast, which is actually a free action, except it uses a key point. So it's not gonna use an action or a bonus action. And then you just choose your target and detonate. And anybody within this AoE will detonate, and this is the range that you have to use it. Once you hit level 10, your health will go up again. You get your 11th key point and improved unarmored movement. Your movement speed increases by 20 feet when you're not wearing armor or using a shield, and then you'll also get Purity of Body. You are immune to poison damage, and you can't be poisoned or affected by disease thanks to the Purifying Key flowing through your meridians, so that's pretty obvious. No more poison damage for you, and you can't get any diseases. Level 11, your health will go up, you'll get that 12th key point, and the subclass feature Tranquility, so long rests will surround you with an aura of peace, granting you Sanctuary. With Sanctuary, you can't be targeted by enemy attacks or spells, however you can still take damage from spells that have an AoE. Condition ends if the affected entity attacks or harms another creature, and will receive Sanctuary blocked for 1 turn. So you can't get Sanctuary again, basically, for 1 turn. Here, let me show you guys that. I'll do a long rest. And now I'm awake with Sanctuary, and it's permanent until I attack. And finally, we have level 12, where you're going to get your last health increase, your 13th key point, and you can choose your 3rd and final feat. And that'll do it for the Way of the Open Hand subclass for the Monk. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. Subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like this. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.